Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel that is Science Unlocked. Now in the previous section we have discussed about the different kinds of rocks, that is specifically the igneous and the sedimentary rock, and today we will going to continue that topic and we'll move to the next category of rock. But first we will going to talk about fossils. Now, with reference to fossils, there are certain debates which keeps on going that whether they are the types of sedimentary rocks or some other kind of material, because the fossils are actually the sediments which are entrapped in between different kinds of rocks as well as different layers of soils. Why? What happens is that whenever there are these plants and animals are going to do their regular activities in terms of different forms, they will going to get stuck in between, or you can say get entrapped in between different layers of rocks and soils, which will going to turn themselves into fossils. So this is the reason that we are going to call them, or some of the people will going to call them, the sedimentary rocks, because they are being deposited and they are being turned into these kinds of imprints. They are turning into these kinds of imprints because of the same phenomena which is being observed with reference to sedimentary rocks. But one major problem is this, that the sedimentary rocks are going to have different and unique kind of minerals present in it. But when we are going to talk about the dead remains of plants and animals, over there the minerals will going to vary in a very large scale. So that is one of the reason that the debate keeps on going, that whether we should keep it in the sedimentary rocks or not. Because whenever we are going to talk in detail about the sedimentary rocks, we will find that whether we talk about any kind of limestone we have observed from any kind of water body, but the calcinite and aragonite will going to be observed there every time. But this will not going to be the same phenomena in case of fossils. That is why we have additional part of this particular component as the topic being covered in this particular section. Now, fossils, whether it is a part of the sedimentary rock or not, but one important aspect with reference to fossils is this, that it is very, very important with reference to the study of evolution that has taken place and how the organisms over the earth has changed, how the forms of lives present on the earth have changed gradually, and which kind of forms were present million years ago. That also we can observe and we can identify, we can have an idea about with reference to the study of fossils. So whether it is a part of the sedimentary rock or not, but we know this thing, that it has huge amount of importance with reference to science and its world. Now let's move to the next category, that is the metamorphic rocks. Now metamorphic term is coming from the terminology which means metamorph, and which simply means that it is something which is going to has changed. That means over here there are certain going to be changes which will going to take place in this igneous or sedimentary rocks, which will going to eventually change the properties of the existing igneous and sedimentary rock. As a result of that, we will find another category of rock which is the metamorphic rock. That means over here we are initially talking about the igneous and sedimentary rocks only, but we are talking about its modified form. Now, what are the factors which will going to bring this particular change? It is the pressure and temperature only which is going to bring this particular change and eventually change the mineral content of this particular rock, that is metamorphic rock. Now, the next thing is that which are the different categories of rocks that we are going to cover up. So we are going to cover up 4 categories of metamorphic rocks. The first one is marble, and in this category we have to make sure that we know the sources. Like in the case of sedimentary, we were very cautious about the kind of mineral which is present in the particular rock. Over here we will be cautious about the source which we can observe over here. So, and from where it is coming up. Now in case of marble, it is limestone, which is a sedimentary kind of rock, which is turning itself into marble. When we talk about its colors, they will going to have different kinds of colors, and the special features that we have with reference to marble is that it can be carved and polished easily in any kind of shape and size. As a result of that, it is used most of the times in the making of statues and buildings. We have its usage in our household works as well. When we want to modify our house, beautify our house, at that time also we are going to use marbles. And the best example for this is Taj Mahal, where we can see different variety of shapes and sizes, the property of being polished up very easily. Now, the next category is the metamorphic rock, is slate, which is coming from another sedimentary rock, that is shale. And when we talk about its color, it is going to be dark gray in color, but as it is coming from something which is made up of clay, means the shale is made up of clay, so we have shiny surfaces over here. And most of the time this is observed in the manufacturing of the roads, of the roofs of the buildings, not the roads, roofs of the building. And this particular structure will going to beautify the roof in a various format. Like, it will not going to be the conventional plain structure of the roof. It will going to give it a modified and a beautified form as well as appearance because of its overall appeal and texture of the rock. Now, the third category of metamorphic rock is gneiss, which is coming from an igneous rock, that is granite. Now, as we have granite in different colors, so we are going to have gneiss in different colors as well. And the speciality over here is that we will going to observe light and dark colored bands, because the minerals are separated over there in a group formation, or you can say in a collective formation. So that is why it is going to have a unique kind of appearance over here, and it is being used in the different structures like gravestone, ornamental stones and flooring purposes. The fourth category of metamorphic rock is quartzite, which is coming from sedimentary rock, that is sandstone. And we have a variety of color over here, and the main property of this particular rock is that we are going to have hard rock as a result of the whole process of nature. And this particular rock is most of the time observed in making of statues. Now we move to the, like, we are already done with the three categories of rocks and fossils as well, but now we move to the next aspect, that how we can actually use these different kinds of rocks and minerals so that we can have a commercial aspect of these rocks as well. And here we will be covering three major aspects, that it can be used in the form of metals, it can be used in the form of gemstones, and it can be used in the form of fuel as well. Now, when we talk about metals, it is actually the different kinds of metals like gold, silver, then we have sodium, magnesium, aluminium, copper. So all these things are different kinds of metals that we will going to observe from the minerals which are present in the rocks, and we will going to have immense number of uses with reference to metals. Almost everything that we have around us is going to have some or the other form of metals. But one thing we need to take care of is that not all the minerals are going to provide us profitable amount of metals. Now, when we say profitable amount of metals, we mean that we are going to have huge amount of profit, economic profit out of it. For example, I have two minerals in my hand. In my hand, one, or let's say I have 10 grams of minerals in my right hand and 10 grams of minerals in my left hand. But the one which is in the right hand will going to provide me 70% of metal out of it, whereas in the left hand I am going to get only 40% of metal. So I can simply say that the first one, the one which is in my right hand, will going to give me a more profit as compared to the left hand. So in such a category, I am going to start calling the mineral in my right hand as ore, because from this mineral I can extract, I can obtain a profitable amount of metal out of it. Second category is the different kinds of gemstones, which are hard crystallized forms of minerals, eventually making its usage in terms of jewelry, in terms of astrological gemstones, and like different kinds of decorative purposes as well. We have different categories of this thing, but apart from this, we have the major terminologies or major kinds of gemstones which are most of the people know around is the diamond, emerald, ruby, sapphire, topaz. So these are the ones which will going to be the category of gemstones. Next we have is the category of fuels, which is majorly coming from the two categories, that is coal and petroleum. Now coal is sedimentary rock and petroleum is the crude oil which is being formed because of the rocks only. That is why it is coming in this particular category. Now, when we talk about the option of coal, it is most of the time used in different kinds of structures being formed, for example, drugs, fertilizers, and different kinds of plastics, and many other things. Similarly, the petroleum is something which we will going to process and result in formation of different kinds of stuffs like petrol, diesel, kerosene, natural oil, and natural gas. So all these things will going to eventually result into the profitable use of these minerals as well as rocks, eventually providing us the better economical usage and commercial usage. With this, we are done with the topic of minerals, rocks, as well as soil altogether, and we are done with this particular chapter, set of chapters. Now, in the next session, we will come up with the next topic, completely different topic. Till then, take care, everyone, and keep learning.